Hi everybody, this is Gayle. Welcome to my channel tonight. What a night, right? It's Saturday. It's time for our weekly chat. And I see we already have Busy Lady 39 in the house. So, hi Busy. How are you? And some of y'all know that I've got the auction going on over in our Facebook group. Tonight's the last night. So if you haven't bid yet and you want to, this is a good time. Hang on just a second. I just heard from my girl here, Stellar Piper. And let me see what she just messaged me, okay? Okay. She was just checking to make sure that she is not on the stream tonight. So I told her no, but she's usually here. So I don't know what that means. We will see. So here we are too. Not just is it our live stream, but tomorrow we fall back. We've got Thanksgiving coming up in a couple of weeks, and it's going to be a busy time frame, right? Lots of good things. Okay, Stellar had a momentary panic, but she's okay. All right. And to clear this up, I got a message earlier from someone wanting to know about the auction, but they want to know if I'm doing anything anywhere else. So let me drop that link down below because I do have some things on eBay. Good old eBay, right? Where would we be without it? Because personally, I don't know. Used to do a whole lot on eBay. Well, not a whole lot for compared to some. I was never a power seller or anything like that. But we did sell some things. All right, so I'm going to put in the eBay link. I hope that's okay. I hope YouTube will let me do that. Cross our fingers, right? All right, so that is now in the description box. So right down there, down below. So there we are. Okay. All right. And hey, we've got Valerie Reese in the house. So hi, Valerie. Hope you're having a good night too. Now on the Facebook group auction, I'm going to put that link up also. Just a second. Whoops. First, I have to hit all the right buttons, so give me just a second, because I am not good at pushing buttons tonight for some reason. I guess just pushing my husband's buttons is all I'm good at tonight. Here we are. All right, there's the Facebook group link in the chat. Busy's laughing at me. I bet she's laughing because of what I said about pushing husband's buttons. I got to do something fun, right? So why not? That's got to be it. Okay. Yeah. And I want to give you, trying to get some little housekeeping things done here. Oh, Busy says yes. So, yeah, got to keep them going. If I punch his buttons, then I'll keep them on the straight and narrow, right? Hopefully. The big plan there, right? And okay, Gloria, a Facebook watcher, YouTube watcher, asked me quite some time ago if I would do a travel tip on each of the videos that we do, live streams rather, that we do on Saturday nights. And I had told her yes. So she should be popping in here in just a minute. And let me pull this up for the travel tips, because I made out a whole big list so I could share them with y'all. Yes, it is busy, and it's so much fun. So not only is it easy, but it's fun. Let me double check, because it's not supposed to be. Okay, it says public on my end. Let me see. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Really don't. Here is the back side of what I'm looking at here. Let me pull this back up. And we'll get this figured out first. Okay. Just a second. I'm going to screen share this. Bump, bump, bump. Chrome tab. Okay, so let me go in. I'm sharing. Whoops. Okay. So what I'm showing is that this thing is public. I don't know. Can you guys see that where it says public? Let me go in here. Then right over here, the visibility. Okay, you sent me a picture in Messenger. Okay, let me go to Messenger. Yeah, I don't like for it to be unlisted. It's supposed to be listed. Bad YouTube, bad. Okay. Well, I have no clue. No clue. And now I am not seeing that it says anything about it being unlisted. Did that go away? Can you guys check on your end and see if where it said unlisted, if that went away? Maybe it was just a temporary thing, because I'm not seeing it. Now, Busy Lady brought up a point that we won't get any trolls that way, which is good. We'll take that. Hi, Stellar. Stellar's in, and Valerie's saying hi. Sent me a pic right under. Oh, he was just being himself. He's trying to cook, and yeah. He's got a casserole now. We just slid in the oven. Okay, you see it. All right. You still see it, or you mean you don't see it? Busy sees it. Okay. Because on mine, it's not. Let me just share this again, just in case, because I don't want to overlook something, you know. But Facebook does have a mind of its own sometime. Oh, Stellar's watching the Tennessee UK game. The Vols have scored in the first 15 seconds of game time. Yay! But don't worry, we may stay ahead until the first half, and then it's like they just forget how to play sometimes after that. Okay, I'm not seeing it. So I got nothing. Yep. Oh, good. It did go away. All right. Well, good. That is that makes my day. Okay. So, anyhow, yeah, Taylor, we're going to rely on you to give us updates on that. Let us know how it goes with the game because, like I said, at halftime, it's like the folks' playing ability just shuts down. I don't want to hate too much on the home team, but that's reality with the UT Volunteers. So, yeah. And let's see. But that's a good point about trolls. Casserole. Yes. I made some before I had surgery so we could just throw them in the oven. That was the way to go. And that's the benefit of knowing ahead of time that you're going to have surgery, right? I mean, you can plan ahead on these things. But it's when he forgets that we have the casseroles and he wants to go off on his own little thing. That's when it doesn't work. So, anyhow. Okay. Gloria popped a message in, and then she just sent me a direct message on Twitter. And let me see what she says here. Oh, gotcha, Gloria. Say no more. It's card night with the guys, so her husband has friends over on Saturday nights, and they play cards and talk about whatever guys talk about. So it's hard for her to get here. So we got you. I'm so glad it no longer says unlisted. So, Gloria, we got you. We totally understand. I'm just glad that you can be here. Just keep listening because I'm going to do those travel tips that you asked for here in just a minute. Yes, it is. It's getting closer. Yeah. Yeah, she'll have to. Gloria Stellar Piper just left a message in your language there, honey. So if you hear this and you can respond, that'd be great. Actually, she may be gone. I saw a number drop. Yep. I don't know what she just said cards. So I hope Gloria's husband, I hope you're listening and I hope you sometimes give her time too. You know, balance it out, make it fair, right? Right, chat? I think so. All right. So, what did I just do? I accidentally closed out the tab for the travel tips. Hold on. Okay. Bottom. Okay. All right. So, she asked for two travel tips. I'm just going to go ahead and toss in 3 tonight, so we'll have 3 tips. One, when you're out traveling, if you're on a budget and you want to go out to eat, the first thing that you want to do to help you stick to that budget when you go to a restaurant, before you go to a restaurant rather, pull up the menu online and see if they have the prices listed, because if they do, then you can plan ahead. Figure out, don't forget to leave tax and tip, because you always want to tip, and especially now you want to tip well, because servers are having a terrible time now. So leave room for tip, leave room for tax, but pull up the menu and you can plan ahead what you're going to have, and it'll keep you in budget. Okay. And if there's a dish that sounds like a large dish, you may want to split it, but you won't know without checking the menu. So traveling, always check that. Plus, when you do your search, it'll give you a chance to check out those reviews. Google Local is a great place to get some reviews there. So Peter says good night and Merry Christmas. So good night and Merry Christmas to you too, Peter. And Stellar says, I taught a few seminary friends how to play poker. We gambled with candy. Oh no! My daughter gambling in seminary. Wow. That's okay, Stellar. I'm giving you a hard time. Love Texas Hold'em. Okay. All right, y'all. See, over 50 and Fantabulous is here. We have got to behave, right? Hi and welcome, Lynn. It's good to see you. And let's see, we have Candy the Wee Service Dog. So, hey, Laurel, welcome. And saying hi. Okay. So, check restaurant menus in advance. That's the first tip for tonight. And then the other one is, when you do go to a restaurant, you know, the world is opening up a little bit more. So, when you do go, be prepared to wait longer than you might have before the pandemic. And there's several reasons behind that. Some restaurants in some areas still have limited seating. So it's, of course, going to reduce the amount of tables that are available. So you may have to wait longer for tables to free up. The other thing that's happening is, as people go out to eat, it requires more staff, and some restaurants are having trouble with staffing. So they may have sections of their restaurant closed off just simply because they don't have employees to work those tables. So expect lines. Now, one of the ways that you can kind of avoid some of the lines is try to go for dinner a little earlier. You know, if you're looking at dinner at 5 o'clock, look at dinner at 4 o'clock. Or look at a late dinner. You know, look at going after 7 o'clock, because the busy hours at restaurants are often from 5:30 to about 7:30. So if you can get out of those hours, then you're that much better off. The other thing is, if you're at a restaurant that does call ahead seating, take advantage of that, because that'll bump you on up in front of the line. And you'll be amazed at the people who don't do call ahead seating. If it's some restaurants, they don't have call ahead seating, but you can do it online, like Cracker Barrel. You know, you can't call ahead at the Cracker Barrel and put your name on the list, but you can go online to their website, or if you have an app, which I don't have the Cracker Barrel app, but you can go on to their website, go in, pick your location, and since I'm in Abingdon, there you go, Abingdon, Virginia pops up. Join the wait list, and when you do, it'll tell you what the wait time is. So right now, you know, a wait time of 25 and 30 minutes for a restaurant, put your name on the list, and then there you go. You're just that much ahead of the line. So very helpful tools right there. So there we go. Let me close out of this. But just be prepared that you are going to wait, okay? But that will reduce it. And let's see. Busy Lady says, I don't like eating out. I know most do, but I would rather get carry out. Carry out's another great option. You know, sometimes we just get tired and we just don't want to cook. So carry out, home delivery. There's more home delivery services now than there ever were. And of course, you can get DoorDash and other places, Uber Eats and whatnot, to bring it to your hotel. The thing is about that, or your campsite, if you're camping, like, yay. The only thing about that is that they may not bring it up to your room now. A lot of them, more and more, are going to the front desk, or if you're camping, they'll bring it to the campground office. So you may still have to do some effort to go and get it, but it beats cooking. Just saying. So, anyhow. Laurel, I'm doing okay. Busy says, still waiting on seeing if we will buy this house. Well, I hope so. Now, Valerie's saying that she likes to go to restaurants early and avoid the crowds. Me too. Stellar has a tip for solo air travelers. Have a backpack or something similar as your carry-on. I hang mine from the purse hook in the restaurant stall. Okay. There you go. Now, you don't leave it in the restaurant stall while you're flying, right? Great idea. That way I can keep an eye on it and it's not sitting on the occasionally gross floor. Good one. Another thing you can do, whether you're taking a backpack or a purse, take a few Walmart bags and just stuff them in your purse so that if you do encounter a gross floor or something like that and you have to put your bag in the floor, just slip it in that Walmart bag, peel it off when you're done, and toss it on the way out the door. Good point. Good tip. Diamond says, well, isn't it the lively Gayle? Huh? I don't know about lively, but yeah, I'm here. Surprisingly, she's not at her house. She's at her friend's sleeping over and going to Rhode Island Comic Con tomorrow. That will be fun. Okay, I want an update. So if you're going to be on Twitter in the next couple of days, tweet those updates. Yeah, Busy says sometimes she holds her bag in her lap if there's no hooks. And Laurel says, just got out all our candies as well as hers. Fall, winter clothing and bedding. Who wants to come and fold my laundry? Sorry, you're out of luck. Yeah, that's not something I can help you with because I've got a stash in here. Diamond, you're going to the Comic Con. Are you cosplaying? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Busy. I appreciate that. Totally forgot. So Busy's on it as far as asking for likes. So there we go. Hello, everyone. Yes, I am cosplaying. Stellar wants to know who you're cosplaying as. Laurel, Candy the Wee Service Dog, is saying, that's why I take a mat for Candy to lay on the restaurant floors. You know, that's an excellent idea. If you're traveling with a service dog, take a mat. And Stellar says, nice, you'll have a blast. Yeah, it's those little things like that that really can make travel a lot better. And these days, and this day and age, I think it helps make travel a little safer, you know, just to have a bag that you can throw your purse and backpack in. And we've talked before about how I like to take my soap with me, and I have towels that I like to take with me that, you know, they expand. They're still damp by the time you wring them out, but it's much better than nothing. And even if you have the air dryers in the restroom, having that little towel that you wring out still gives you something to open the door with. Because after I get my hands clean, I don't like handling that door handle. How about you all? And she says, now I go, poof, see you tomorrow night. Okay. Goodbye. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night. Last week was kind of a not usual thing. But anyway, we'll see you. Yeah, Candy says those floors are really gross, and I have to agree. Absolutely have to agree. And like when I was at the hospital the other day, it was nice to have just, and Walmart bags don't take up much space in your purse. You know, you can smush them down really, really small. I was glad to have it for the hospital because there wasn't a hook on the door. And then, like, what do? You know? So, really nice. And then just toss it on the way out the door. See, Busy says, thanks for stopping by. Hey, Life Adventures and Keto is here. Hey, welcome. Hey, you all, I'm in the ads. Hear you soon. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for listening to the ads and thanks for coming in. And Stellar says some places have little bracket thingies now so you can open the door with your foot. Yeah, I wish they'd had those at the hospital. You would think, of all places, if some place was going to do that, wouldn't you all expect it to be a hospital? And Busy says, purses can be the most germy things. People often put them on floors everywhere and then on their beds, counters, etc. No. And you know those, that, Busy and I are like the queen of the Clorox wipes. And it doesn't take 2 seconds to wipe off the bottom of your bag. So, yeah. Valerie is too. She keeps Lysol wipes in her car to wipe off gas pumps before she touches them because they can be greasy or dirty. Yeah. I actually saw somebody using a Walmart bag like you would a glove. She put her hand in the bag and she used it at the gas pump. So I thought that was a good idea too. So I like the Lysol idea and I like the bag idea. So yeah. Yeah, and Busy says she always sanitizes her hands after pumping gas. I do too. Yay! She's in. And oh no! Busy says she ruined her cell phone case by cleaning it too much. Whoops. I'm glad it was the case and not the cell phone. Yeah, definitely glad. But hey, if you're looking for an Autobot case for an S something or other, I've got one on eBay. So, Busy, how'd you manage that? Yeah. What? Hang on a second. I got another tweet. Gloria, you don't have to tweet me. If you've still got the chat open, even if you're just listening, you don't have to send me a direct tweet. You can put the message in the chat, which is great. Either way, though, either way you want to do it is fine. So, but I'll get to that in just a minute. And Gloria is saying, great travel tips. How are you post-op? So I'll get to that in just a minute. And I'm glad you like the travel tips. So, and the other thing about, I'm just going to go ahead and toss this in too. The other thing about restaurants, tourist attractions, etc., when you're traveling, what we saw on our last trip is that some places are requiring masks in the restaurants, even if the area is not requiring a mask. But it's not just restaurants, it's grocery stores. We ran into one convenience store that was asking people to mask up. And some of the places, they didn't care if you were vaccinated or not. They just want you to mask up. So if you're traveling right now, this day and age, take a mask or even two with you because you might need them even though the area where you're traveling through may not require the mask. So, and that's it. I know that there's health concerns in with that too. And I am talking about if you can wear a mask, okay? Just want to toss that out. So, let's see. Busy says, I used this cleaner and it messed up the case. Looks all old. LOL. I don't care. It was cheap. There you go. And it's nice to have an inexpensive case. Mine was like $5 Walmart, you know? Laurel is saying she recommends if you stay in a hotel to strip the beds and ask for bedding. I worked in a hotel in Anaheim right next to Disneyland. Also, spray shower floors with Lysol before using. Yeah, definitely spray, and not just the shower doors, but spray everything in the bathroom. Yeah, I used to work in a hotel too, and some of the maids were more clean than others. So if you can, take that Lysol and spray it all down. So Stellar can tell you I've done that for years. So that's a great point. Stellar says, Candy, I always check for unwanted guests in the bed, but haven't thought to ask for clean bedding. Yeah. I don't usually ask for clean bedding, but I will. The first thing I do is take that comforter off, which is nice. And Busy says she brings her own blanket and pillow and put it over theirs. That's a good idea too. Anything to help keep you a little safer when you're traveling. Safety is not just personal safety from a security standpoint, but a personal safety from not bringing hitchhikers home from the bedding. Life Adventures in Keto takes her own sheets and a light cover on her pillows. She doesn't use the sheets or the duvet. Always a great idea because they don't wash those blankets every day. 5-star hotel where famous people stayed. Gotcha. And you can ask when you check into the hotel, you can ask how often they've cleaned that blanket if you really need to use it. Because sometimes if you're flying, for example, you're probably not going to have a blanket, but you can ask them how long it's been since it was washed, and you can always ask for a clean one. So yeah, good things. So I'm going to get to Gloria's question real quick. Let me just check and see. Yeah, masking up, expect lines, and check restaurant menus in advance. And of course, it may say on the website for the restaurant whether or not they're masking, and if not, you can always call and check so as to make sure what the rules are, because rules are changing like crazy right now. Busy saying Lysol wipes for the wind wiping down everything right when we get to a hotel room. It's a great idea. I don't wipe down too much personally. The remote and the phone, I do wipe down. Everything else, I spray. Stellar says, honestly, I'd rather not know the last time the blanket was washed, but that's just her. It just gives you an idea whether or not you want to ask for a clean one. But okay, got you, Stellar. But yeah, these are all great tips. Absolutely great tips. So you're not going to go wrong with spraying and wiping things down. And that includes, when you go in, just kind of clean. If you can see a surface, clean a surface. Wipe down the desk. Definitely get the phones and the remote. Because, especially phones, people have had their mouth up next to them, of course. And if you need to call the front desk, you're probably going to use the phone. So definitely do that. Okay. So what else was it? Oh, yeah. Gloria wanted to know how I'm doing post-op. I'm doing much better now. My lungs are not twitchy. They're nice and calm. I do not have the pathology report back. That's driving me crazy. But as soon as I have that path report back, I'll post that over in Facebook to keep everybody updated. But really hoping I don't have to have any more surgery. But we'll just have to see. He says the surgeon says he got everything. So pathology will confirm that, and then we'll go from there. So if the pathology report comes back iffy, I may have to have more surgery or radiation. If it comes back and it's fine and he got it all, then I can say hallelujah and not worry about it. So we're hoping, of course, for the best. But Gloria, I'm feeling tons better. My lungs are tons better. Everything is better. Except anxiety is up here. And whenever I get the path report, of course, is going to lower it. So, but thanks for asking, Gloria. The only thing is, I can still, like in my thinking, I can still feel, I don't know if it's about being put to sleep or what. And we'd hoped that they would go with twilight. That's what the surgeon had planned on, where I wouldn't be like all the way asleep and intubated. And anesthesia was like, no. And they did that to me once before. They're like, you have epilepsy and we can control you better if you are completely under, and that's what we're doing. So that's what they did. But I can still sometimes feel like my words aren't coming out too well, and I have that tendency anyway. So yeah, it's like part of my brain's just still like scrambled eggs, but tons better. And let's see, whoops. Stellar says, oh, they make CPAP cleaning wipes in a travel pack now if anybody travels with a CPAP. I did not know that. That is good to know. I did not know that. Yeah, sometimes it is busy. Let's see. Candy says, if you remember, Gayle asked the waiter to wipe the table and seats and sweep under the table. I did not remember that. I do remember wiping it down with a wipe, but I'm glad you did that because I didn't remember it. I do remember though. I think I do remember under the table. I think that. So that's good to know. And Busy Lady says, that's cool, Stellar. Hubby needs a CPAP. Live Adventures in Keto says the last time they traveled, they didn't wipe the mirror. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. And that's a telltale sign, because if they didn't wipe the mirror, what else, didn't get wiped? And I have asked very, very recently. I was staying in a Marriott in the Outer Banks. And granted, it was a special, but you don't expect discount cleaning just because you have a discounted room. So I bugged the front desk enough that at 11 o'clock at night, the guy working the front desk came up and cleaned my bathroom. So you can always ask for that. Busy says, do you think they clean the menus? Imagine how dirty those are. Pull up the restaurant menu on your phone. You can do that. Some places are even having QR codes, so you just have to scan it. Those are like the best places ever, or the best convenience. Thank you, Life Adventures in Keto. I appreciate that. This has been a crazy thing. And okay, I drove to Knoxville, which is like 3 hours from me, to have the surgery done. And my doctor, she was like, plan to spend a couple of nights in Knoxville because I have like really twitchy lungs. But the COVID rates were so high that if they needed to put me in the hospital, I'm not sure there was a bed space, So, yeah. So we had to stay in Knoxville a couple of days just because of that. But it was a good thing. It worked out. But, it's just a crazy time right now to have anything done. So, Busy's going to be right back. So, okay. We'll count on that, Busy. Busy said, I'm sorry, Stellar says, Busy, digital or disposable paper menus whenever possible for her. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, she's doing a shipped order. Well, waiting. Okay. I hope that goes well. And Busy and I had a conversation one day over Facebook about Shipped and all the benefits of using that when you're on vacation. So and other times too. So I'm glad you're doing that, and I hope that goes well. And let's see. Life Adventures in Keto says, right, if they don't even bother wiping what you can see. Right, right. So, you know, but just know that you can bug the front desk and not just call once. I mean, if you need to call 3 and 4 times, by golly, you're paying for that room and you're paying for it to be clean. That's the way I look at it anyway. I'm sorry that you're having problems with a hernia, but I don't blame you for waiting as long as possible. When I first saw the doctor and was told that I needed to have the surgery, which was a partial mastectomy, that's the official thing they put down. Um, we actually waited because the COVID rates were so high. He's like, look, this is the type that we think you've got. Is not an emergency, but it needs to be done as soon as possible. But it's not like an ER, we have to do this right now kind of surgery. So we wait 3 weeks for the numbers to go down. And they did go down some, but they were still pretty high. So if you can put it off safely, listen to your healthcare team. It might be the way to go. Let's see. Oh, Candy gets Amazon Fresh. I am so jealous of you. I would love to have that. He says, understand. Hey, Griswold Family Vacay is here. So, hello, Griswold Family Vacay. How are you? And welcome to our chat. Hey, Griswold. Stellar says, hey. Yay, everybody's saying hi. So, good deal. So, we were just talking about just some travel tips to kind of help make traveling better. And so, we don't always do travel tips. We talk about everything, but we try to give out at least 2 travel tips a night in the live stream. That was requested, so that's what we're doing. So, and of course, if you can do it, having your own RV is like super helpful. Just saying. We got one, as you all know, back in May, and it has been the best because I wouldn't be traveling at all if we hadn't had the RV. And of course, for surgery 2 weeks ago and having to travel for it, then almost 2 weeks ago, having to travel for it, it was just nice to have my own space where I knew where everything was, And I didn't have to worry about the hitchhiking critters from the bed that Stellar mentioned. Okay, Candy says she gets it delivered free because of her EBT card. That is wonderful. I'm so jealous because it's so nice just to be able to have your groceries come to you and just makes it simple. Busy says nice. I agree. Now, when Busy and I were talking about Shipt, we were talking about ordering your groceries through Shipt and having somebody deliver it either to the hotel or the campsite or your resort, wherever you're staying. And that makes life so convenient. Also, of course, Uber Eats and Grubhub and DoorDash, just being able to have that stuff come to you. It's a few dollars more because you really want to tip, even though there's a delivery fee. Like, I will tell you from past experience, from back in the day, from just delivering pizza, that the restaurant charges that fee, but that doesn't mean the driver gets any of it. But yet they still have to do gas and insurance and things like that on the vehicles. So it may cost a couple of extra dollars, but just to have the stress lowered, it can so be worth it. So absolutely. And Stellar is saying, that's cool, Candy. How did the prices compare to the grocery store? Busy says, things do cost a little bit more and you have to tip. Yeah. But like we were talking about tipping, servers really need it. And so I kind of view, and you all tell me what you think and how you view it, but I view the pizza delivery person as the same way as I do a server, the shipped DoorDash. They're doing a service for you. They're going and getting the stuff and bringing it to you. If you were sitting at a restaurant, they're going to go and get the stuff and bring it to you. So I put service workers in that same general category as far as my mindset when it comes to tipping. Because right now, they need it. They need it anytime, but especially right now. Let's see. Busy says, okay, I got that. And okay, Busy says usually if you spend $35, the delivery fee is waived, and that's for shipped. Stellar says if anybody cares, it's 14-7 with Tennessee in the lead. Thanks for the update. And Stellar is talking about the University of Tennessee, University of Kentucky football game. So that's what she's given us. Stellar, how close is it to halftime? And I'm saying this because the University of Tennessee Volunteers sometimes forget how to play that second half of the game. So let's see. Stellar says she tipped her DoorDash driver extra one day when I was getting lunch delivered in the pouring rain. There you go. Joshua Williams is in the house. Hi, Joshua. How are you? I hope things are going well. That's nice, Stellar. I use DD also. There you go. Stellar says it's the end of the first quarter. We'll see what happens in about another 20 minutes. And she says hello to Joshua. And Joshua says, good, and I got good news. Okay, spill the tea. What good news did you get? What'd you get? We want to know. Because we like good news. He's going to be quiet all of a sudden. No, there's some lag time in the stream, so it always takes a few minutes there. Oh, yeah, Stellar's saying spill. You all, we don't always give football scores, but tonight's different. There you go. Candy is saying same as the store prices on normal size items. However, buying bulk items is cheaper than the store prices. I got a case of baby wipes and 12-pack of toilet tissue. Okay, cool. Stocking up. And, that's a nice thing, too, about delivery is you can stock up without having to worry about how you're going to get it home. Just saying. Which is sometimes a big deal if you have stuff in your trunk and you need to make space. Look at this! Look at this! Life Adventures in Keto is going to be a greenie in March. Yay! That is awesome. Well, I hope things go swimmingly and everything goes great and the pregnancy, she just sails through with it. That's exciting. Yay, I agree. That is fantastic. So congratulations. Yeah. And let's see. Stellar says that's great, Joshua. I missed something. What did I miss? Wait a while. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, it just came in. Okay, I've got messages coming on my side. A little differently, it looks like. Odd. Such an odd evening. Woo! Joshua says, hi, Stellar, and I got a job, and hi, Busy, and I did my training today and got paid for the training. Woo! That is fabulous. So you got the job, did the training, and got paid for it. It doesn't get much better than that with a new job. So that is awesome. I'm going to second what Busy Lady is saying. I hope you like it. Does it seem pretty positive so far? And let's see, Laurel, Candy the Wee Service Dog, is saying yes. And Amazon has items when stores run out of stock. So true. So true. And sometimes you can get better deals on things like diabetic testing strips. We found out that I could get testing strips on Amazon without insurance for cheaper than what I could with insurance. Now, how crazy, so I'm like, why would I want to use the insurance and pay more and get it at the local grocery store if I can go to Amazon and get it cheaper? It's crazy. So good. Yeah, Laurel's saying congratulations too. Busy Lady says, ooh, just remember the clocks go back tonight. Yes, they do. They do. We get more sleep. We get more sleep. So, which is so needed. Oh, look here. Joshua Williams says it's his first job and it's at a stadium. That's going to be fun because you'll get to be out where the excitement is and see the action as it transpires. I'm sure you'll have moments, with some customers, but I just hope that just sounds like fun. And Busy Lady says she loves sleep. I agree. Oh, and my post-it note up here, don't forget to give me a like on the live stream, please, because that helps me out so much. And let's see, Life Adventures in Keto says, I would ask for every script, no insurance first. A lot of times Walgreens is really good to do that, but because they have their own little discount card, so oftentimes they'll run it through on the discount card, probably because they know us, because I begged them to do that so much. But that was like very frustrating on the the strips. Plus, what even made it nicer is I actually had a gift card for Amazon that I hadn't used. So let's say good for Bing. Because honestly, y'all, if you're not using Bing for your searches, please consider it. Because, you can get those little gift cards for free from Bing. It's legit. I promise you. I've gotten a dozen of them, at least. Seriously. And then, because those little $5 and $10 gift cards add up. So I had enough points in my Bing account, and somebody had given me a gift card. So I didn't have to worry about the cost of the strips. So they do. Life Adventures in Keto is pointing out, the unfortunate truth that your insurance sets the price for meds. And that's very true. They also decide what you take. Candy says that's great news. She's a great grandma. Fabulous. Oh, Life Adventures in Keto says, I also have 2 bonus grand girls, 3 and 7, and a daughter in love. That is awesome. That is also a new term for me. I have not heard daughter in love, and I think that's a fabulous term. Like that. And Busy says, that's wonderful at Life Adventures in Ketos. I second that. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for Joshua. Great night. Great night. Busy Lady says, check out the Good RX app. They discount meds, but you cannot use your health insurance and that app, one or the other. Yeah, it's always wise to check. And I like using Walgreens because no matter where I travel, I can get something from that Walgreens. But what I have noticed, and I don't know how or why, if it's just different markets, but I had to get a prescription filled when I was in Alaska last back February a year ago and paid $2 less for that prescription. I think it was two, than I did at home. And that's without insurance. And I think it's just, I don't know if it's a difference in the markets or what, but I just thought that was interesting. So, yeah. And let's see. Oh, Candy says Amazon has cleaning products in large sizes. That's good to know. I likes that. Okay, she worked on that side. So we have an inside scoop right here, Life Adventures in Keto. So insider info is always helpful. But yeah, it was so strange as far as getting the prescriptions at a different price. And Busy Lady, Laurel Candy says, exactly, Busy Lady. My insurance is always cheaper than that card. But you just never know. Busy says, I'm learning all about Medicare right now. Training class, 2 months long and almost done. That has to be easier than what you did for the last job. Oh my gosh. Busy says, that's good, Candy. You just never know. That's true words right there. True words. Yeah. Okay, you all. It is 4 to. I got another. Okay, Gloria, hold on. Got sidetracked. Oh, 3 minutes till 8. I'm going to discontinue at 8, just because I want to be good stewards of your time. Gloria actually, her text, which again, Gloria, feel free to dive into the chat here. I'm not sure which side it shows up on the screen, but anyway, feel free to dive in. She's asking if I'm going to do, she said, are you going to do one of your famous marathon ultra long live streams at all this month? Gloria, honestly, I have no clue. That has not crossed my mind. Has not. So I don't know, but good question. We'll see. I'll post about it in the community tab and Facebook and Twitter and all the places I can think of. So, yep, be doing that. Let's see. Candy says it depends on which insurance you have. Okay. Stellar says some of Amazon's cleaning products are really great. That's good to know. Busy says, not easier at all, haha. It is a lot. Learning 6 to 7 systems. Will be taking calls a few weeks, then be a supervisor. Woo! I'm sorry. I hate that it's not easier. Oh my goodness. I just can't imagine. She had to learn, everybody, she had to learn some super technical, crazy technical stuff for her last job. I had to do some of it for writing articles, and I still have nightmares about it. Just saying. Candy says, I can get name brands. Good. Sometimes your name brands now, it's just the way it's working. Sometimes your name brands are actually less expensive than the store brands. I was buying corn the other day, and I was just shocked. It was like 3 cents difference, but that adds up. If you're buying 10 vegetables and you're saving, 3 cents a can, that's 30 cents right there. And let's see. Busy says, the last job, I just scheduled appointments pretty much, but I had to learn the Six Sigma to be a supervisor. Six Sigma is awful to learn. And Life Adventures says, everyone have a great weekend. Life Adventures, thank you for coming in. I hope you have a great weekend too. And congratulations again. I'm sure I'm going to be talking to you before March, but such exciting stuff there. So congratulations. I just love it. So, all right, you all, it is 8 o'clock, and I want to thank you all for coming in. real quick before I go, Stellar, what's the score on the game? Has the other team scored yet? I just have to ask. Stellar says bye. Candy says I had to learn all the medical terminology when I worked in a hospital. That is like speaking a different language. And Valerie's saying, have a great weekend. Valerie, you too. Thank you all for coming in. Busy Lady says it's fun. Have a great night. You too. And remember, it is always about hashtag be bodacious. Don't let life get in the way of living. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next live stream Saturday night at 7 p.m. and probably a couple of videos during the week. And Life Adventures says, right, you would think store brand would be cheaper. Yep. And she says, thanks. You're welcome. Thank you all. See you next week.